Transition words and expressions. Here are some common transition words and expressions. Further, additionally, furthermore, similarly, however, still, nevertheless, nonetheless, alternatively. On the other hand, otherwise, therefore, consequently, as a result, then, subsequently, next, afterwards, previously. Here are the formulas for using transition words or expressions. You have a subject verb and then a semicolon, and I'm using the very common transition word therefore. So there's a comma after therefore and subject verb. So once again, subject verb, semicolon, therefore, comma, subject verb. And that is a compound sentence because we have two independent clauses divided by the semicolon, which is just like a period. So SV, semicolon, therefore, comma, SV. We could also write subject verb period, therefore, comma, subject verb, period, of course. So SV period, therefore, comma, SV. That's just two independent clauses divided by a period. So we don't call that a compound sentence like we do in the formula before it. There is one exception. When we use the word then, we don't use a comma. Subject verb, semicolon, then subject verb. Or subject verb period, then subject verb. No comma. And here are some transition words to show addition. Remember, we use the same formula for further, additionally, furthermore, and similarly. So this is like saying and with two independent clauses that have similar or the same information. So we have the sentence, my father's from Portugal, semicolon, further, comma, my uncle is from Portugal. So I can say the same exact sentence if I use the word additionally. My father's from Portugal, additionally, my uncle is from Portugal. I can also say, my father's from Portugal, furthermore, my uncle is from Portugal. And as you guessed, I can say my father's from Portugal, similarly, my uncle is from Portugal. These are choices for saying the same thing in different ways to give you sentence variety. For opposition and contrast, of course, we have the formula SV, semicolon, therefore, comma, SV. And three typical phrases are however, still, and nevertheless. So I can write, I prefer face-to-face classes, semicolon, however, comma, online can be fun too. And I can say the same thing using still. I prefer face-to-face classes, semicolon, still, comma, online can be fun too. And as you guessed, I prefer face-to-face classes, semicolon, nevertheless, comma, online can be fun too. Here are some more transition expressions for opposition or contrast. Remember, the same formula applies. Subject verb, semicolon, therefore, comma, subject verb. We can use nonetheless, alternatively, and on the other hand. Such as in this sentence, I prefer face-to-face classes, semicolon, nonetheless, comma, online can be fun too. Again, it's just another way of saying the same thing. Alternatively, I can use alternatively. I prefer face-to-face classes, semicolon, alternatively, comma, online can be fun too. And I prefer face-to-face classes, semicolon, on the other hand, comma, online can be fun too. The main transition word for conditions is otherwise, and of course we have the same formula. So I can say, follow my advice, otherwise you won't get a good grade in the class. And it's the same formula, of course. This is like saying, unless you follow my advice, you won't get a good grade in the class. And for effect, we have the transition words and expressions, therefore, consequently, and as a result. This is like saying because or so. I wanted to learn more, therefore I took a class. I wanted to learn more, consequently, I took a class. I wanted to learn more, as a result, I took a class. These are three options of saying the same thing, or you can use because or so. There are many transition words and expressions for time. We have then, next, subsequently, afterwards, and previously. These are just some common expressions. I can say, she went for a walk, semicolon, then she had dinner. Remember, then is the exception, there's no comma. I can use the word next for then, but then I have a comma. She went for a walk, semicolon, next comma, she had dinner. And I could say the same exact thing using subsequently. She went for a walk, subsequently she had dinner. And also, she went for a walk, afterwards she had dinner. And previously means that we've switched the order here. So she had dinner, previously she had gone for a walk. And there's a slight verb change there, which we won't worry about for now. So here are the sentence formulas we've studied so far. For compound sentences with the fanboys or coordinating conjunctions, we only have subject verb, comma, and subject verb. And for compound sentences with transition words or expressions, we have subject verb, semicolon, therefore, comma, subject verb. And don't forget, for complex sentences with subordinators, we have two choices. If subject verb, comma, subject verb, or subject verb, if subject verb. So now you have many formulas to say the same thing, just so you have sentence variety and sophistication in your speaking and your writing.